Under normal use, the mesh belt of a high-temperature brazing furnace is usually silvery white or grayish white. When the color of the mesh belt changes, this change can often indicate that there is a problem with the operation of the furnace, causing the mesh belt to be easily scratched or chemically corroded, causing the mesh belt to not operate normally, seriously affecting production. 1. If the color of the mesh belt turns green, it may be that the furnace jacket is leaking. The mesh belt and water come into contact to produce a chemical reaction, and the surface of the mesh belt is oxidized. It is necessary to check the jacket for leakage in time and repair it. 2. The color of the mesh belt turns black. This may be due to excessive accumulation of carbides in the furnace. The mesh belt produces a carbonization reaction, and the carbon deposits in the furnace need to be cleaned in time. 3. When the mesh belt appears yellow, you may need to check whether the furnace has an air leak. Check whether there is a leak in the furnace. If there is moisture or oxygen in the furnace and it reacts with the mesh belt, rust will form on the surface of the mesh belt and turn yellow after a long time. 4. The mesh belt is partially copper colored. The surface of the mesh belt is stained with copper brazing material, which produces copper corrosion. The mesh belt is severely corroded in a high-temperature environment, causing the steel wire to break. In summary, once the color of the brazing furnace mesh belt is found to change abnormally, the root cause should be found immediately, and timely measures should be taken to avoid further damage and impact on the mesh belt. To learn more about brazing furnace mesh belt, please send a private message to Yangzhou Yafei Mesh Belt.